Hi, I'm Crystal, and I'm here today with a birthday card. And I started out with a Simon Says stamp set from several years ago. This sketchy floral set reminded me a great deal of the Long Stem Florals in the current monthly kit. And I'd seen some samples that really inspired me. Kind of a loose, abstract coloring style using the coloring stencil that comes in this month's kit. Now, loose is always a real challenge for me, but I thought I would give it a try, and I like the look of these florals, otherwise I wouldn't have bought the stamp set. So I stamped a couple of times just so I could have a couple of chances to get this right or to make a version that was acceptable. And I got out my watercolors to give this a shot. Now, I will warn you, this is the spoiler alert, that my attempt at loose was a complete failure. So here's the sample that inspired me. You can see it's just really charming and abstract with these blobs of color that don't exactly align with the stamping. But when I tried it, it just looked blobby and bad. I couldn't, I don't know. So I tried again using a more traditional coloring approach and coloring inside the lines. And I was really a lot happier with that take. This is the one that I ended up using on the finished card. So the sketchy floral makes for very easy coloring. I really liked that there's a heart embedded in the flower. I thought that was a very nice touch. But you can see my blobs, I made them blobbier and blobbier. But the traditional watercolor I thought worked out a little bit better. So I'll show these two side by side and you can see what you think of the comparison of the two. But I really thought the traditional turned out much, much better. Now, the beauty of stamping, of course, is that if you mess up, you've got the stamp and you can try it again from the get-go. And so I thought, well, how hard can blobby be? So I stamped a bunch more times and I tried blobby a bunch more times with one eye on the inspiration piece to try and be a little bit more in the spirit that had inspired me. And I thought this next take was, I don't know, better. It wasn't quite as blobby. That first blobby one I just threw in the trash. But I still was not impressed enough with these to put them on the front of my card. So evidently I need more practice than just 5 blobby tries, or else I really need their coloring stencil. I'm not sure which. But it was a case fail, but still a successful card, I think. So I did make a shaped card base with a little partial die cutting. So you just fold the card base paper and put the folding edge outside the die to get a shaped card. And added a die cut sentiment on the bottom. And I thought that made for a very attractive card in a beautiful coordinating envelope. So I hope that my recipient will like it. And all in all, I think the exercise was worthwhile, even if it was a total case fail. So thank you for joining me on my journey today. I hope you have a wonderful crafty day.